Hello, teacher. What is the role of the emotion and the imagination in the educated relationship shown in the movie? The teacher must be interesting in the understand the perception of the student throughout the learning process. This means you understand their emotional state in the face of the learning situation. When the teacher is the interested in understanding the way in which the student experiences in the learning situation and how they perceive the topic of the same. They are the better position to help them effectively. For example, in the movie, in the situation, Matthew, after recovered, saw all score that had been stolen by the young people and listening to them sign before sleeping. Matthew realizes that they have interesting potential for singing. They don't say well, but they sing. Thus, he begins to divide and shield the choice. The experimentation is allowed by select and identify as the student voice tones. In this case, both the learning state and the different aspects that make up emotional intelligence are areas of the social, personal, and the academic development of the students. That is the will we must consider this is important and they need to take into to account in the any teaching learning process in order to make this process more effective. According to the Tebar test, which pedagogical mediation criteria did Matthew apply with the children? I considered three criteria. One criteria, regulation and control of the conduct. Self-regulation is conditional by the family of the task, by the complexity, the ways of the working, and the level of the instruction in the which we were able to the move. It is necessary to attend to the different rhythms of the people. Second, individualization and psychological differentiation. The mediator must know the well knowledge and the strength of the each students. Their cognitive state, either perceptive, manifests on the preferential use of the sense when capturing information, or cognitive, with sequential or insight and simultaneous learning or globalization vision of the contents. Changing share of the novelty and the complexity. To continue the one criteria, novelty and the complexity creative challenging. Children need to find situations of the challenge and the self-stimulation that promote intrinsic motivation and discovery of their possibilities. The more educator come to understand the nature of the relationship between emotion and cognition, the better they may be able to leverage this relationship in the design of the learning environment. Give an example from the movie and from your experiences design the workshop to the support that statement. First case, the previous supervisor warned him, Matthew, that John Leclerc is the one who just has enjoyed Marchand and to be careless with Morash, saying he is and demon with the face on the angel. At first, it's the difficult to manage to the group by Matthew of reserve of the undisciplined you people, but he managed to get the credit to confess and prepare to take him to the director. Matthew left the course in the shade of the young Morash. In this case, Matthew applied regulation and control of the conduct. The control of the cognitive behavior began by abounding precipitation and taking the necessary time in the activities of the input phase by collecting and the necessary information. Second case, Matthews is told that Muraj has a visit from his mother violent, but since he is punished, Matthew takes care of her. Thanks to her, she gets to know Pierre better and the circumstance for which he has been admitted school. In this case, Matthew recognizes the psychology differentiation in aspect the cognitive state and use signs with the capture information are cognitive with sequential organized and stimulated learning of the globalization vision on the context and to recommend and the Morash mother to enroll other school in Paris, Morash, why potential talent. The third case, from my experience in design the workshop, educators come to understand the nature of the relationship between emotion and connection. When design the workshop, have in the mind to apport in the process and the student of the 10th grade of the Centec. In this case, apply in a specific context with a grammatical topic according to the context, airport and modal verb. Then, interaction and negotiation on the meeting was key in the design on the workshop. Consider fundamental to learning throughout tasks that require attention to the meeting, transfer of the information, and require reply and comment, triggering the process of the observation and restructuring, and they activate the metacognition, self-regulation, duration, tasks, level the complex, level abstraction. Finally, and the fundamental aspect of the pedagogical mediation is that web as the mediator, the grow out use of the technology and the internet has suggests that traditional educator models don't respond to the new global needs. So the use of the technology allows to the break the barrier on the access and the education. In the building, in the design workshop, only consider the relationship between emotion and cognition, but consider other elements in the design of the learning environment. The technology is the case in the new process, new models in the school system, and in the introduction, in this case, design workshop.